Hey guys, and welcome back to the garden. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Blanca. So today's video is going to be a special one. It's going to be a special one because I'm going to show you my favorite orchids in my garden. I love all my orchids, but you know, sometimes some of them bloom that blow me away, and this is what this video is going to be about. I want to show you which ones they are. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about them, and I'm also going to just show you how I grow them. So I want to start off with this beautiful Cattleya right over here that just bloomed. She is a Walkeriana. She is a Walkeriana semi-alba Kenny. And oh my gosh, she is spectacular, you guys. She just got her fragrance in. Smells like a bouquet of roses. Oh my God, it smells spectacular. So this one I got a few years ago in a box that Carmela sent me. It's a compact. I want to say it's a compact. Cattleya because of the size. It's you know, this is as big as the pseudobulbs get. Nothing too big, and her flowers are of medium to small size. I mean, at least to me. I mean, I have some Cattleyas in the garden that are really big. This one to me is more of a compact. Now I decided to mount this one because I had it in a pot for a while and it never did anything, never bloomed for me. And it's been mounted for, I want to say, 3 years already. This is the second time that she blooms for me on this palm tree. And I'm just gonna move this Spanish moss around so you could see just the way she's mounted. I pretty much mounted her like I always do these type of orchids with a knee high, just because it holds on to the root system and you know, just gives it a better hold. But see, it's been such a long time that it's already disintegrating. You see that? So she's already securely on the palm. She's on my Christmas tree palms around my pool. And this is an eastern facing location, so she will get the morning sun, and she loves it because, as you can see, she's, you know, it's the second time she blooms for me. I love her. Now I have to tell you, I'm really bad at fertilizing orchids that I have mounted on my palms. So this one has hardly ever gotten fertilized. She just, you know, gets the water that she gets from the morning dew, and she might get hit by the sprinklers. I'm not sure if the sprinklers reach her, but she might be getting hit by sprinklers every day, every morning. And then she also gets whatever she gets from being mounted out here, the benefits that she gets from being on a tree. So she gets all of her nutrients from being attached, because I can tell you I hardly ever fertilize her, even though I want to start fertilizing the orchids on my trees. I do. That's one of the things I want to start doing. So this one here is one of my favorites. She's just beautiful, almost a pure white, except for a little bit of marking right here. And like I said, her name is a Walkeriana semi-alba Kenny. I've looked for it, I've Googled it, and there's a few vendors, online vendors that have them if you guys are interested in getting one. I got it with Carmela Orchids in a box a while ago, so not sure if Carmela has it anymore, but you can always check them out. So this one right here, you guys, is one of my favorites. All right. Now right behind her, you guys will know that I am obsessed with, actually not behind her, here on this one, with Sherry Babies. You know, Sherry Babies are amazing. They are Oncidiums, they are fragrant, they grow like crazy. And if you are thinking of ever mounting any orchid on your palm, Sherry Babies is like the way to go. I mean, they will thrive anywhere, you guys. I have them under my terrace, which I just recently moved them from there to under my orchid section. But I've been keeping a lot of these cuttings that I have all around my garden are from a Sherry Baby that I used to keep under my terrace. It was mother plant, and I got in 2017 with Dangjong, and she does so well and throws out so many growths that I've been able to separate her a bunch of times and just put her all around my garden. And that Sherry Baby is the one that you see mostly on all of my palms. They do amazing, you guys, amazing. They multiply, they love it, they love the sun. This one is also, this one's actually west facing, and she does get the afternoon sun, but it's not so strong where it burns her. But I do have some that are in more of a direct sun, and they do fine. They do amazing. All these spots are normal because the cherry babies do have spotty leaves, especially when they get more sun exposure. But they love it. They multiply. And you know, it's another orchid that it's not fussy. It's easy to grow. It's very fragrant. I love it. I can keep it potted or I can keep it mounted, and it does amazing. And it is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, you guys will, if you guys watch me and you watch my channel, you know that I'm always raving about the cherry babies. And their season is now in the summer. I can tell you that Bangjong always has a bunch of cherry babies in their nursery. So if you're ever interested in getting one and you're local in the Miami area, Bangjong is definitely somewhere where you can go and find them. Actually, you know what? A Heavenly Garden too. And RF. There's a few nurseries that carry cherry babies during the summer, and they're all over. All right, also blooming beautifully is this Dendrobium. It's a no ID Dendrobium, but you know, this one has not bloomed for me in a while. And this blooming cycle, you guys, look at how pretty. So nice. So for us that grow outdoors and grow with orchids attached to their palms, you guys will know that Dendrobiums love full sun. They love to be out here. They bloom nonstop. I have all different types of Dendrobiums. This one in particular just happened to catch my eye because she is, look at her, she's so pretty. And do I have a tag for her? I can't believe it. So this one could be a Dendrobium pink butterfly. I just saw this tag right over here. I mean, I am famous for losing every single tag that's on my orchid. So I found that one. So that one could be it. Butterfly pink. Oh, Dendrobium pink butterfly. I haven't searched her up. I just saw the tag right now. So maybe it's not, but maybe it is. So Dendrobiums are also some of my favorites. Not exactly this one in particular. I mean, this one is beautiful. But if you walk around my garden, you will find lots of Dendrobium, especially Nobodies in my collection, because Nobodies do amazing. If you watched the video that I posted before this one, you will know that I just added some brand new Dendrobium Nobodies on these palms also. Now these, because they are more established, I'm going to focus on. They're kind of like on their way out. Some of them are. Then I have, there you go. I'll focus on this one. That's a newly bloomed cane. So these Dendrobium Nobodies, you guys, what I love about them, first of all, is their fragrance and their color. I mean, the pastels on these Nobodies are amazing. This one is called a Nobody Sweet Pinky Love. And I will confirm that in just a second as soon as I find the tag. But this one is just absolutely gorgeous. When I purchased her at the Tamiami show with Carmela in 2019, I purchased 4, and the 4 of them have been attached to my palms ever since. So these got attached 2019, and they love it. I mean, they look curly because since the Nobodies and since the Nobodies are attached upside down, which is how I like to do them, how I like to attach them, because they're so top heavy. They look for the sun, they look for the light, and the canes tend to curl and go upwards. You see how those new canes are growing upwards? Eventually they will start falling because they are very heavy. And I've seen these, I mean, I've never kept them in pots. I have no luck with keeping these guys in pots. The only one I have potted is, I'm gonna just shift you guys around really quick. These right here are Dendrobium Nobodies, and I have shears in my hands, I know, because I'm also grooming at the same time. These right here are Dendrobium Nobodies. I keep bare root inside of that pot, and they're doing okay. I don't want to say that they do, for me at least, they don't do good potted. I have no luck potting, guys. I don't have any luck potting anything. This is why I always mount everything that I own, because orchids in pots for me is like it's disastrous. I don't know, I can't get it together with the potting. So this is why I also choose, not only do I have the perfect climate, but I also choose to mount because I have no luck with orchids inside pots. And that's the honest truth. So back to this Nobody, you guys. So fragrant, it smells amazing. It smells like, oh my gosh, it just smells like clean, and it smells clean. It smells flowery. I don't know. It just smells really, really nice. So like I said, 2019 is when I attached them. They hardly get fertilized. They bloom every year, and they love it. And Nobodies love the sun, you guys. The brighter the light, the better. I don't want to say full sun, but bright sun, and they just get watered every time it rains. And they love to be mounted. And here you go. Here's a tag for them. Dendrobium Sweet Pinky Love. Okay, and like I said, really quick, I just put some Dendrobiums also on these palms. Eventually, I mean, they do so well that I would just love to have, you know, the palms just all filled up with these beautiful flowers. So I'll probably keep adding more. All right, another one of my favorites is the Dancing Lady types. Now in the Dancing Lady types, I have a few, you know, that look like this. Now this one, to me, I thought was a Dendrobium fascillatum, Oncidium fascillatum, sorry. But it definitely is a Dancing Lady type. Don't have her tag, but she is just gorgeous. And you know what? I attached her here a few months ago, and she's been blooming ever since. This one here is the Oncidium Sweet Sugar, which is a little bit larger. There you go. That's the tag for this particular one. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it's on its way. I got it in bloom. I want to say I got it in bloom in Cruel Smith last April, and she's starting to bloom again. And Oncidiums, just like Dendrobiums, they do amazing in pots, or they do amazing mounted. If you guys can't keep them in pot and can't mount them, you know, potting them is also amazing, and they love to be mounted. So that is, hi baby, hi mommy, hi Romy. So those are the ones that are on my pool that I want to say are some of my favorites. And then now I've just developed a brand new love for my Chamberthias. So once they bloom, I will discuss them a little bit more. And then of course, my epidendrums, you guys. Epidendrums always, you know, give such a pop to your garden. These I keep in pots because they are, they're probably in soil. But these epidendrums are awesome. They love the sun. That's why I keep them around my pool. And hopefully in the future, I can add more colors around. But there's something about this orange that I love. The orange and the green, I have a few of them around the garden. So love them. All right, now let's go to my orchid section where I can show you my favorites under here. Well, I probably don't need to introduce my violetas because I talk about them so much. So these I haven't had for long, but it was love at first sight. Violetas, just having them in my collection makes me so happy. Look at the size. I mean, I'm pretty far. I mean, violetas, I mean, I know I've talked to you guys a million times about them, but if I'm gonna make a favorites video, I have to include my violetas in this video. Because ever since I've had them, and I haven't had them for so long, they keep multiplying in my garden. I just keep buying them, and I promise you, I wanna get 2 more. I have 6 so far. Everything on the outer edges of my orchid section are the violetas. I have 3 over here, and I have another 2. I have another 3 over here actually, because I have 6 in total. And waiting for these to bloom. And these are all reblooms from my original purchase a few months ago. So aside from the fact that they are frequent bloomers, which I love, they smell absolutely amazing. I mean, they smell like lavender and grape. They are just the perfect shade of blue, like they would say in orchid world, but they're actually that very lilac, purpley lilac color. And I promise you guys, they smell just like they look. They smell like lavender and grape. Just a combination of those two fragrances, you might not think it's good, but in a flower, it is something that smells amazing. If I were to put a lilac fragrance oil mixed with a lavender fragrance oil, it'll probably smell like a stink bomb, because I just think that those two mixed in together in like a fragrance oil would smell really bad. But in this orchid, it smells exquisite. Lilac, lavender, and like grapey, all mixed in. And look at those colors. I mean, and aside from the fact that the flower lasts a really long time, it's also such a nice size where you can actually see it from all the way back. And this one, the care for this one, I keep it in the brightest part of my orchid section because she loves the super bright light. They can even be in full sun. So I have not mounted these because everything works good. And my goodness, this video is really chatty. Everything does amazing mounted, you guys. Every orchid of mine that I mount, whether it be a Sherry Baby, a Dendrobium, even Cattleyas and Phals, they all do amazing, but my Vandas don't. My Vandas, for some reason, on my palms, hate it. They don't like to be mounted on palms. They like to be, just like you see them here, they like to be hanging. They like to be watered every single day, and in the summer, twice a day. Which is what I do. And I now started fertilizing them every week. So they're looking amazing. I mean, look at their roots. They're happy, you guys. They're happy. They're hydrated. They are just, my favorites. So Vandas in particular are my favorite orchids to collect, in case you guys are wondering. But the Violetta is definitely one of my favorites, and this one you can find, I see them at shows a lot. I did get these from Bangjong Orchids here in Miami, Florida. Unfortunately, they can't ship them because they are so big, but you can probably, and you know what, I've asked other vendors to see if they're able to ship them, and that rooster this morning is very awake. And I've asked many vendors, like when I go to shows, I'm like, Plantio la Orquídea, I ask them if they can ship the Violettas to you guys. And the size is just the problem, because look at it, from all the way from the roots to the top, it's just a really, really large orchid to ship. So unless they have seedlings of it, like maybe Bangjong, or they can probably ship you something a little bit smaller. As a matter of fact, now that I'm remembering, I know that Ben has shipped out orchids, because you guys have told me in the comments that you guys got a Violetta that was just smaller and not in spike. But you guys were able to get it. So maybe something smaller is shippable. All right, so moving on from the Violetta, I'm gonna show you what I like to call the Starburst Orchid right over here. So if you go back to the days when my Vandas used to be on my windowsill over there, you will see this one constantly because she is a non-stop bloomer. Now, ever since I relocated her to my orchid section, she hasn't been blooming as much. Maybe she's probably bloomed maybe 4 times since I've put her here. A little bit over, almost 2 years, a little bit, or a year and a half. So she is a frequent bloomer, but just underneath my terrace in a lighter area, she would bloom more. So she's starting to acclimate, because look at the beautiful flowers that she gave me. Now, I call this one the Starburst, which is not her name, because she smells just like a Starburst candy. If you guys have ever had that and you smell like the red one, it smells just like it. It is exquisite. It's like a candy smell. Oh my goodness, and I love it so much. She smells just like candy. I'm really not a big candy eater, but I'm telling you, it just takes me back to those, to whenever I do eat one at Starburst, that's just what it smells like. So let me show you the actual tag. Now, I do know that Plantio la Orquídea is out of this one because I asked. I wanted to get another one. This is a Vanda Lamelata with Vanda Mem Fieng Chai. That's the name of this one. I don't know if they've come up with a name for her yet, but these are the parents. And maybe you guys can find one online. I know Plantio does not have any because I asked, but hopefully. And then the care I give it, so I put it in an area. I don't even, you know what? I didn't even do this on purpose. When I moved her over here, I just put her on this hook, and this is where she's been all along. So not sure if maybe moving her to a place where she doesn't get that much sun is better for her, because maybe she will bloom more. But she's definitely one of my favorites. And she gets fertilized every week with 20-20-20. I don't think I said about what I fertilize with. But I like the 20-20-20, you guys. I've been trying to use different fertilizers, and to me the 20-20-20 is just, I love it. So I'm gonna stick to the 20-20-20 for now, with a little bit of Epsom salt, a little bit of seaweed kelp, and that's what she gets every week. All right, you guys, and then I'm gonna finish it right over here with my Vanda Denali, because I have to tell you, I wanted to make this video because of her, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've had this Denisoniana in my possession for probably 3 years. Excuse me. And I got her because she's a species. She's a Vanda species. I really didn't have any many species in my collection. I do better. I mean, they bloom better. Hybrids always bloom better, but it's just, you know, I'm more attracted to the pretty flowers and the whole, you know, the whole thing about collecting species. I know that there's a lot of species collectors out there, and you guys have amazing, amazing orchids, and they're awesome because it's how God created them, right? So the species are awesome. I buy orchids, you know, because I like the way they look, I like the way they smell, and I like to collect different colors, and you know, it's just the way I like to do it. But this one right here, you guys, is a species. It's a Vanda Denali. She has completely blown me away this time around, this bloom cycle. Now, like I mentioned in the last video, I don't know if it's because I've been like on it. I've been fertilizing them like crazy every week, nonstop, and I've also been treating them for like thrips. I thought she had a little bit of thrip damage, which, I mean, looking at her flowers, it doesn't seem like she was really damaged. So just the fact that she looks so beautiful, vibrant. This is a double spike on her. You guys, I have to tell you that if you have never smelled a Vanda Denali, you need to smell it, because I mean, I could stand here all day and just look at her. She smells exquisite. She smells like no other orchid smell that I've ever smelled before. It's like a very rich and potent honeysuckle with grape that is just, I can smell it when I walk in. And she's all the way over here, hanging down here. I've already called, excuse me, I've been talking so much. I've already called Ben and told him, put aside the Denisonianas that you have, because I want to buy a few more of these. So 3 years ago when I first purchased them, and I'm going to show you the tag, I was like, you know, yeah, the Vanda Denali is so pretty. It's a species. It's all that, but it really wasn't one of the ones that I really thought I was going to like so much. She would bloom, she would be pretty, but she was never as fragrant as she is now. And I have to tell you that if you don't have one of these in your collection, this orchid is very worth purchasing, because it'll make you so happy. It smells great. It looks fantastic. I mean, look at the colors. It starts off with a really light kind of green tone, like you see on the lip. So when it first blooms, it's like that, and then as it ages, it just becomes this really pretty orange, and smells amazing. So there's not anything else that I can say, except I am obsessed with this orchid. She's beautiful. She likes bright light. She smells in the morning and she smells at night. It's like, oh my gosh, can you be any more perfect? I keep her under here, probably in there, like along all these orchids. That's where she's been all these months that I've been under here, or this past year. And she does okay. She does well. I mean, she doesn't bloom as much as the other ones do. Maybe because she's a species, but I'm telling you, if she keeps on blooming like this, she is gonna be my favorite orchid in the garden, because she is just amazing. So you guys, this is where I'm gonna end it. This video is already like 25 minutes long of me talking about my favorites. Hopefully they are your favorites, or hopefully I showed you orchids that you had never seen before, and then you may want to purchase now. Vanda Denali, I did get it with Bangjong. I know that they're gonna, she bloomed early this year. I was just messaging Ben a little while ago, and his will probably become in spike now between March and April. She was an early bloomer, like a lot of the orchids in my garden are. I guess because of the cold. But he's gonna have them for sale in spike and in flower probably come April. So, and then every time I go to shows, I always see this pretty girl. I mean, I can't stop looking at her. Okay, I don't want to make you guys dizzy of seeing the same orchid. So that's it, you guys. This was today's video. Just a little different than what I normally film. I just wanted to show you guys my favorites and how I keep them. That Vanda Denisoniana, along with all my other Vandas, are kept underneath my orchid section, where they get lots of light and they get fertilized every week, and they live out here happily, hanging, some mounted, and just enjoying, you know, everything that comes with growing outdoors, the rainwater, the wind, and all that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will chime in maybe tomorrow, because I do need to fertilize. I will not fertilize today. I'm gonna wait to do it tomorrow, and that's it. Have a wonderful day. It's already Thursday. Have a wonderful day, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week and your weekend. Bye-bye.